Hi, I'm Keats, and I was going to take a couple seconds here to show you a few things about the Shootsac lens bag. The first thing that I want to explain is that this actually needs to be fit on your body properly, and I wanted to go ahead and show you how to do that and then tell you why we do it the way we do it. I'm going to slip it up and over my body, so it's meant to be worn cross-body style. I never want to see somebody with their equipment hanging off one shoulder. This makes me nervous. I want this across your body, so there's no way that these lenses can drop, no way that it can slip off your shoulder. The thing that's really important about where I have this on my body, it's actually up high on my hip. And I have a 3-year-old nephew, and I'm so grateful because I learned a lot from him in the last couple years. But one of the things that's been the most helpful is that when I pick my nephew up, he sits on my hip. He sits really high on my hip, he wraps his little legs around my body, and he uses his arms to hold on to my neck. And I realized that 30 pounds in my nephew is a heck of a lot lighter than when I pick up my 30-pound suitcase. So if you'll notice, the Shootsac is designed to do exactly what my nephew does. He's using my body effectively to carry weight, and so is the Shootsac. And there's not another bag that I know of that does this particular thing. Sits high on the hip, wraps around the waist, and holds on tight. Okay? So that's why we wear it high. I know a lot of people, when they first get a crossbody bag, if it's a purse or men with their messenger bags, they like to let things be lower. And you can try it, but the first thing you'll notice is that everything feels heavier. And if you'll trust me on this and get it up high on your hip, it's lighter. Okay? So that's the first thing to notice about the Shootsac. This is unique, it's different, and this is what's really awesome. I'm just going to turn it inside out so that you can see what's going on here. This is one of our covers. It comes with a standard black cover, but we also have the fabric covers, which you can add. They're really easy. They just Velcro on and off here in the back. I'm going to turn this inside out so that you can see what's going on. I designed this just like my dad's tool belt. I honestly looked at my dad and I thought, he's got something going on that's pretty good there. He never has to run get equipment. As a photographer, I find him always saying, hey, I got to go get my lens, let me go get my business cards, let me go grab a battery. I mean, you know what that's like, right? You never have what you need with you. So I was looking at the tool belt and I realized he's got everything he needs. There's individual compartments for everything. So I set out to make something that would work just like that, but for a photographer. So I'm going to start here by putting my wide angle lens. This is a 17 to 35. I think this might be an old one. So I'm going to drop that in here. Wide angle lens in this pocket. You can see it drop down into its own slot. So there's no way this is going to bang into my other equipment. I'm going to take my flash and I'm going to put this in a back pocket. And what you'll notice is I've left the center pocket completely empty. And I did that on purpose. The reason I do that is that this is going to allow it to sit flat on my hip. So there is a third pocket. My lens is here, my flash is there, there's a third pocket, and you're welcome to put something into it, another lens, the flash if you want, but I'm going to show you the most comfortable way to use this bag. So leave this empty, let it hug your hip. I'm just going to go ahead and cover the bag back up, and what you'll notice now is I've actually got my camera in my hand. I have a 24 to 70 on my camera, I have a wide angle lens, and I have a backup flash. I could have a third lens. So 1, 2, 3 lenses, and I don't think I look like I've got a lot of equipment. And if you were actually wearing this bag right now, you'd notice it doesn't feel like I'm carrying anything either. And that's what I was really going for. I don't want you to carry everything you own. You have a rolling suitcase, you have some kind of backpack, you carry a lot of heavy equipment. This is literally to be the pockets or the extra hands that you want while you shoot. So right now I have 2 lenses. I could have a very creative lens on my camera here. I could have a fisheye. I could have a 70 to 200. I could have any kind of lens I want on my camera as long as I've got a 50 or a safe lens right here in my pocket. This is going to allow me to walk as far away from my camera bag as I want. And all during the day, I'm making choices about what lenses I want to have with me. I try not to carry everything, and I watch that with photographers. I really don't think that you need to have 5 or 6 lenses on your body. I know you need 5 or 6 lenses in your bag, but on your body, what do you need? That's what we're really looking at. A lot of people are interested in whether the 70 to 200 will fit. Now this is a great lens, and I'm going to tell you a story. It was heartbreaking. I bought this lens the very first year I was in business. I saved up, it took almost 10 months to save up enough money to buy this lens, and then basically it took me another 10 months to figure out how to use it. And it wasn't because I couldn't, the lens is great, right? There's nothing wrong with the lens. The problem was every time I got it on my camera, you know, I'd trot out to go try out my new lens, and they'd be like, honey, can you get a shot of the 30 of us? And I'm like, not with this, you know? And I'd have to run back to get it. So what I started doing was I was going to make myself use this lens, and I was carrying it underneath an arm. And I've talked to a lot of you guys, and you've all tried this. This is a heavy lens. I love it, but I don't use it. I can't use it as often as I like. I leave it on the floor at the church. I mean, we've all done these things. So what this bag was really invented for was this lens. I wanted to make sure that since I spent the money on the equipment, I wanted to make sure that I had a place to carry it. So you'll notice I'm just going to drop this right here in a front pocket. I could also drop it in the back pocket. I never drop it in the center pocket. And the reason is it's going to make the bag heavier, it's going to be in the way of my elbow, and that's the least secure of these two places. So 70-200 drops in there nicely. We have a lot of people who use the 70-200 with their lens shade. Oh, I don't have one right here. But if you have your lens shade, I don't shoot with mine, but if you do have your lens shade and you want to use it, your choices are you can remove the cover, or you can actually put the 70-200 in a back pocket. So right now, let me take this off and I can show you the back pockets on the Shootsac. The front of the bag is actually where the lenses go, and I'll show you what that looks like as well. But the back pocket is actually the same size. There's 3 separate individual compartments here. You can snap these closed. And what we recommend that you use these back pockets for are things like batteries, compact flash cards. If you're a woman, you'll recognize that when you shoot, we don't have pockets. Men will often tell me, you know, I keep my car keys, my wallet, my business cards. As a woman, when I shoot, I regularly don't have space for those things. So again, I use the back pockets for all the things that would make me more comfortable while I'm working. I keep aspirin, lip gloss, business cards. I end up holding stuff for the bride, but I have all of these pockets to do that with. I keep my lens caps. I tend to lose those sorts of things. So anything that you know while you're working that you're going to lose, keep right here in these pockets. Again, in the front, this is where I recommend that you keep the lenses. And the only difference between the back pockets and the front pockets, the back pockets do have the snap, and the front actually has a lens extender here. We made this to make it easier for you to stick your hand in and pull it out. So this is where the lenses go. The Shootsac is really unlike any other bag that's out there because it's actually designed to be worn and worn comfortably, and that's why I'm really stressing this idea of using your body wisely. Keep it up high in your hip. Use the front and the back pocket. Leave the center pocket empty as often as possible. If you need to stick a lens in there, just know that you're going to be feeling a little bit more weight than if you didn't. And sometimes I'll do it, but just do it long enough to get you done, get you to where you need to go. Don't make that the way you use the bag every day. Enjoy your Shootsac.